He's taken on a formidable enemy. The Russian state is powerful and anything but straightforward.
The
worst threat came from a Kremlin staffer who made an ugly threat to my wife on the phone. I wrote to the department head saying we refuse to be intimidated. They replied that they meant only legal action, not actual violence.
In 1991, Franz Sedelmayer founded a German-Russian joint venture. His company supplied equipment to police, firefighters and rescue workers. After the collapse of the Soviet Union, security was a high priority and his business expanded. Though he knew the market was politically fraught, Sedelmayer invested in a new headquarters facility in a villa in St. Petersburg. But then came the unexpected.
In October 1994, we found out that President Yeltsin was interested in our property. I said we'd move out as soon as we found another property and they would pay us for this one. Then they told us neither one would happen. And after that, they took over our property by force.
His property was expropriated, seized by the state. But Sedelmayer refused to back down. He went to court in Stockholm, citing an international agreement on investments. In 1998, he was awarded $2.4 million in damages. But Russia stonewalled. Rudolf Geiger is an expert in international law. Back then, he helped draw up the court's opinion. He still remembers the incident.
What
really astounded me at the time was that Russia clearly felt no legal obligation at all. They were completely arbitrary in their actions, spending all their time looking for political arguments and completely ignoring all the legal aspects.
It was a big blow for Franz Sedelmayer, but he refused to give up. The only way to recover his investment was to seize Russian property abroad. He set out on a search for Russian real estate properties that he could sell at forced auctions. He managed to sell off several buildings in Cologne and found 2 other properties to auction off. Eventually, he got the lost property's worth back.
What's the point? Part of it is the financial aspect, recovering at least part of your investment. For me, as a businessman, that's practically a point of honor. And then there's the anger you feel when the state deprives you of your legal rights. I invested a lot of money there and created 150 jobs, which now all disappeared.
The legal issues surrounding the seizure of property to recover a debt are complex. Sovereign real estate like the General Consulate building in Munich is off limits. Today, Franz Sedelmayer provides advice to other investors. The crisis in Ukraine has many worried.
It's a very uncertain situation right now. No one knows what's going to happen. It's possible that Putin will try to take revenge for the sanctions by seizing property and carrying out expropriations.
It's the story of David against Goliath. Many people have tried to sue Russia, but so far Franz Sedelmayer says he's the only one who succeeded.